right, Jake, here we are. Lucky number 13.
Lucky 13.
SGT 13. Here we go. Um, let's actually, I know we were going to talk about one thing, but let's actually open this episode up with the Browns and the Ravens on Sunday.
Dude,
Let's talk about this.
what a bad game from my Ravens. Like what an awful game for them.
I only watched the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
so I only know what happened at the end when the Browns blew about three possessions that could have been game-winning possessions. Um, that's
The
all I
league
saw.
the league has figured
So
out how to play against Jacoby Brissett. And once he's no longer the starter, um I honestly see them on a steady decline.
you see them on a steady decline
Yeah.
as soon as Deshaun starts playing again.
Yeah, did you not see him play in the preseason, bro? I mean,
Deshaun,
I get it's just a preseason. Yeah, he threw like seven times and went like 0 for 7 for with a pick.
that's true, but
And I guess it is just preseason, but like I think the Browns are gonna be losing to teams or being in competitive games with teams that are better than them,
yeah.
and they're gonna suck against people who are worse than them. And I don't think they have a tough schedule going forward, do they?
Um, I don't even know. I can look it up. It's not like
I've got
I
it
don't
up.
think it
So they
was
play
ever
the
too tough. Like they play some good teams, but they also play some
really
crappy
crappy.
teams. But those teams could be good though, because this has been such an unpredictable season. Like they could
Which
be
is
playing
yeah,
like
which is the point I'm trying to make. Like I have no idea how they're gonna play. Like they probably should have won that game. I mean, I only watched the highlights because I was doing my black belt eligibility test and was
awesome.
recovering by the time this game
Congrats.
started.
Let's just point out Jake just finished his pre-test for his fourth degree karate black belt test.
Yeah, dude.
Give me a hand for Jake. Give me a hand for Jake. Awesome.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, back to my point. Um, I think like Cleveland is just I have no idea how they're gonna be going forward.
Yeah.
And you don't even know on like a week to week basis if they're going to be the best team in football or if they're going to be the worst team in football because it seems like they could easily be. I'm not saying they could easily be both, but I'm easily saying that they could smush every team they play or they could get absolutely killed by every team they play.
I think they're genuinely one of the most unpredictable teams in the NFL.
I think they are the most unpredictable team in the NFL
Like
because there's so much drama and so much stuff happening around that team that I don't know how they're going to play. And half their team's injured now, aren't they? Like Garrett's
yeah, there's a couple guys on defense that are hurt. Like
Ward's out, isn't he?
Yeah,
Denzel
I
Ward.
was gonna Denzel Ward's out. Somebody
Garrett,
else was
Garrett and Clowney are both like questionable. I think they're like day
yeah,
to
I think
day.
so. I don't even know about their status right now, but um the Browns and the Broncos are probably like the two most unpredictable teams in the NFL. Because
Shout out Denver for losing yet another game this week. Another brutal game this week. Brutal game.
who'd they play again last week?
I have to look it up. Like I literally watched it, but I don't remember who they played.
I was just gonna say, wait, who did they play? Did they play the Jets, or was that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? It all just blends in.
They played the Jets this week. That's right. And
Oh,
they
okay,
almost
they
scored
did,
field
right?
goals. Yeah. Now,
Oh
granted,
God.
the Jets had a horrible offensive game. When Brees Hall went out, that's when they like Brees Hall going out for them is not good. Not good at all. But
No, but
luckily they just picked up James Robinson. That's breaking news.
I was just gonna say, yeah, as of like this morning, yeah. well, when this was being filmed. This
Yeah.
this doesn't come out right away. This isn't live, but um
Tuesday morning, James Robinson got traded. We're filming this Tuesday night.
Tuesday, October the 25th,
Yeah,
2022, James Robinson got traded to the New York Jets. That could be either that could be a career deciding trade for him if you really think about it.
it could be.
It
That could
could be
be.
one of these two teams with these two young quarterbacks with some young, strong offenses, like Jacksonville and New York. The Jets could both be like future. I wouldn't
They
say
could be
division
fighting. They
leaders,
could
but
be
they could
fighting.
be. They could be. Yeah, absolutely. Like Jacksonville is 100% still a potential division winner.
What's their record? What are they? 3-4, 2-5?
I think they might be 2-5, but
Yeah, they're 2-5.
yeah. But they could still potentially win that division. Like the Jets will not win the AFC East until Josh Allen is gone.
Dude, they literally have the same amount of wins as the Bills right now. They're 5-2.
Jets,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
granted, if the Bills played this week, they'd be 6-1, but they run by this week,
yep,
and they still have the same amount of wins as Buffalo right now.
yeah, that's wild.
I'll read you the bracket. Like, I'll read you the top 7.
Okay,
If
as of right now,
as of right now,
so this is the playoffs. This is playoff seeding as of right now.
yeah.
Okay,
So in the AFC, it goes Buffalo's first, Kansas City's second, Tennessee's third, and the Ravens are fourth.
okay,
Jets are fifth, Dolphins are sixth, Chargers are seventh.
damn.
And your Browns not far from last.
In the division or in the
The
entire
AFC.
AFC? Oh,
They're they're on top of Pittsburgh, who they
I was
have
gonna
the
say
same
because they have
record
it. They have a division game. They have a division game over Pittsburgh
and Houston.
and Houston. Those are the only two wins, eh?
Yeah, those are the only two that they have over.
I'm pretty sure the Browns are always like one possession away from winning every game, except for
Yeah,
last week. They got
except for
destroyed, but
last week.
except for last week when they played New England. But every other game that they lost,
It's been close.
it's been within like 3, I think. It's been a one score game every time. They just can't close a damn game. That's the problem. So
Baltimore, right? They look at what they've done.
yeah,
Like they've blown 3 games
that's
and shot
true.
themselves in the foot.
But the Ravens are good.
They could literally they could be 7-0 right now.
You could say that about the Browns right now too.
Well,
You could
no, because
good.
New England stomped on them.
Okay, they could be 6-1.
Yeah.
They could be the Giants right now.
Yeah. Who are on the total opposite side of the spectrum here,
Yeah.
who are in one possession games and somehow seem to win every single one.
Yeah, that's got to be like some sort of coaching technique, eh?
Dude, Dable's a freak.
He's got to be like one step ahead of the game all the time, isn't he?
Like shout out Jacksonville because I think they actually played a good game. I didn't
They did, yeah.
but I saw that they got stopped at the 1
Mm-hmm.
and lost the
Dude,
game.
did you not see that play?
I saw the play like after excuse me, after the fact.
It was
But
that was a crazy defensive stop right there.
who got the tackle again?
I forget. I don't even remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. I also did see a play though. Kayvon Thibodeau, like the defensive lineman rookie,
Yeah.
he started the play at the 25. It was like the wheel route to ATN where he went for like 50 yards or whatnot.
Who's this?
ATN, Travis Etienne, the rookie running back.
For what team? What team are we talking about right now?
Jacksonville. We're talking about
Oh,
Jacksonville.
sorry.
Thibodeau plays for the Giants.
Okay.
He was their
Right.
first round pick this year.
Gotcha.
ATN
Gotcha.
was the first round pick, not last year, but the year before. But he tore his ACL in the preseason, so he didn't play his rookie year
For Jacksonville?
for Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence was the first round pick last year for Jacksonville.
Yeah, they had 2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying,
Sorry.
Thibodeau ran from the 25-yard line, Jacksonville's 25-yard line, to
Mhm.
the Giants' 25-yard line and tackled ATN. He caught up
Really?
to, yeah.
Wow.
I'd have to look it up to send, like I'd have to look it up to show you. See
These are
if I
two like really good young teams though. Like these are like fun teams to watch. And then you watch like Denver and Tampa and Green Bay, like all these legendary teams, and they're so
they
boring.
stink.
It's because there's all these young up and comers trying to make names for themselves. They're trying to come out and they're trying to win their game. They're young. They're young and they're hungry and they're playing much more exciting football than these old veteran QBs are.
True. Uh, what happened to Tampa this week, dude?
Um, I don't know.
I almost went perfect in my predictions this week, and this is one of the reasons why I was not perfect. I'm upset. How do you how do you lose to Carolina?
So Tampa lost 21-3. So that means the only thing they could do to Carolina was kick a field goal.
Mike Evans did drop a wide open touchdown though. I don't know if you
Yeah, he
saw the
did.
play or
I
not.
did. I saw that.
How embarrassing.
Um, dude, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Baker Mayfield was out. He wasn't
Yeah,
playing.
Walker was in.
PJ Walker was in. Maybe Baker's just the problem.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What if they
Maybe
start
Baker's
winning?
just the problem.
I would laugh if they started to win games.
If they started the win with PJ Walker,
And without McCaffrey,
oh, I'll be a Panthers fan.
shut up. No, you won't. You will never root for Baker Mayfield again in your life.
If the Panthers end up winning this division, I will buy a Carolina Panthers Baker Mayfield jersey.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay. It's
100%.
live. It's live on Spotify. You can hear it anytime. I'll go back to you got my voice locking in this
It's
deal.
okay. Um, I mean they aren't in last,
Exactly. They have a chance.
dude. The NFC South,
It's a crappy division.
they're awful.
Like I thought this was gonna be like Tampa's division in the bag, but I don't even know anymore.
I think they're the worst division in football.
I think they are.
Oh no, them in the AFC South also like they're tied with wins.
They are, but
Yeah, but
you
Tampa
can
like
also look at it this way as all the teams in the NFC South are under 500.
true.
No other division has all their teams under 500.
And the South has two teams, like one's above and one's at 500.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So you could say the NFC South is easily the worst, like without a doubt.
absolutely,
Yeah. Uh,
absolutely, it was.
the Saints, the Panthers, 2-5, the Falcons and the Bucks, 3-4. Like that stinks, dude.
Who the fact? You know what? If you had told me 3 months ago that Tom Brady and the Bucks would be under 500, and Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks would be leading the NFC West.
And the Giants were 6-1.
How I don't get it. This has been quite possibly the craziest year of football I've seen yet.
Yeah, easily. This has been well, I've been watching for very long, but it's like this has been so like unpredictable. Like I feel like it just gets more unpredictable every year. Like last year, everything was more unpredictable than the year before that. Like everything just seems to get more unpredictable.
I honestly, when I'm doing my predictions now, I feel like I just have to pick the upsets.
You almost do. You almost get more upsets every week than you do actual straight games.
Like I picked the Seahawks to beat the Chargers this week in LA. LA should have killed them. But the Seahawks are just playing that good. Like Kenneth Walker is playing that good, actually, pardon me. Um, what do you have? Like, did he hit 200? I don't think he hit 200 yards, but he had two touchdowns.
Let me check. I'm looking it up right now, Jake. He had oh, that's not for that. Sorry. That's the whole season. I was like 500 something, like said like 500 and something. But that was his whole season.
Oh,
Sorry, I can't find it. But yeah, no,
oh,
they're playing really good too, the Seahawks. Um they're looking good. Like Gino's been so consistent. Like he's the most consistent quarterback. Him and Daniel Jones have been surprisingly both super consistent this year.
literally, it's this is Brian Dable's year to prove himself, and this is Pete Carroll's year because he has something to prove without Russ. Like these two are like I know I keep saying that Brian Dable is like the clear runaway for coach of the year.
Yeah.
Carroll might be a close second,
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point.
but
I agree with that. Yeah.
Geno Smith has also been the captain of this team and is playing better than the $250 million quarterback.
And he's played behind some nice QBs throughout his career. He's sat on the bench for a lot of guys.
Yeah, this is
Like
his
good
redemption.
guys. Yeah.
This is his year to prove himself.
He's the perfect seasoned vet to lead this team because like when they traded away Russ, like Pete Carroll even came out and said like, yeah, no, we're not a rebuild team. Like this is like we're still gonna win it all. Like this that's what we're gonna try and do every year. So I think that's what they're doing.
They
They're not in rebuild mode. And we should have listened to Pete Carroll in the offseason. But we
Pete,
didn't.
no, we didn't because we thought Pete was just an oldie who was going to retire.
Yeah. He's as long as he's still coaching that team, they'll be contenders. As long as they stay healthy and they stay together and their chemistry builds, they could be contenders. Like right now, they're in the playoffs.
They are the. Let me check. I didn't check the NFC
Yeah,
standings.
go 1-7 for the NFC.
Okay, 1-7. Here we go. Ready? Philly's the 1 seed. Duh.
Duh. Undefeated.
My Minnesota's the 2 seed.
Whoa.
Seattle is the 3 seed.
Whoa.
And Tampa's the 4 seed.
Whoa.
Giants
that just seems ridiculous.
Giants are the 5 seed. And they're Giants are the 5 seed, and they're tied for most wins in the NFC. That's a rule that I don't like. Is that the four division winners go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it's interesting because no one else does it. Because it gives a lot more underdog teams a chance.
I understand why. Yeah, I understand why they don't do it.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't, then the divisions wouldn't matter, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they want their divisions to matter.
But like
that's most of the sell to football.
Dallas is 5th in wins. So like if we were going on wins, it would go Philly, Giants, Vikings, Cowboys.
Yeah.
But sorry, it goes Giants at 5, Cowboys at 6, Rams at 7.
Really?
Yeah, because they haven't everybody under them is 3 and 4. They're still 3 and 3.
So for right now, who would be 5? The Giants, and then who would be 6 and 7?
Cowboys and then Rams.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was just if it went from
No. Okay. No, that was 5, 6, and 7.
Okay. Wow, that's wild.
That's really
interesting.
And the Lions,
quite wild.
Lions, bottom of the NFC after getting their heads caved in by Dallas.
Yeah, Dak is back. Unfortunately,
I called it. Yeah, it's Dak not time for him to hang him up.
Well, they did lose to the Lions. They did play the Lions.
That's true.
Who do they play next week? Who do they play week 8?
Lions?
No, Dallas.
Chicago.
They play. I can't. Oh yeah, yep. Okay, so they'll win next week too. Actually, they might not.
We'll get to that. We'll get to Chicago. Chicago. Actually, you know what? We can talk about them now. Who cares?
Yeah,
Chicago had a really
we're
good
kind of
game.
going out of order, anyways. Yeah,
Dude,
dude,
I
dude.
I'm impressed.
I don't know, right? Like that's the only thing you can say is like, what?
They won. Okay. New England has a problem, and we need to address it before we carry on.
Yeah, they have a serious problem.
What are we gonna do at quarterback? Mac Jones can't apparently doesn't know how to like play football anymore. The guy forgets how to pass. Bailey Zappi came in and threw two immediate touchdowns,
But then he forgot how to play football
and
for
then
the
he
second half.
forgot how to play. Exactly. So, what do you do if you're New England? Do you call Tom?
I say keep Zappy because he's been more consistent than Mac has been this season.
Mac
He had a
hasn't won a
bad.
game, I don't think.
How many games did he play? 3, 4,
Let me
3?
check. I think the game that Zappy came in on was the first game they won. I could be wrong though.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me
Because the
check.
Patriots are what, 3-4 now?
Yeah, they're 3-4.
Yeah. So, um,
Oh no,
they
Mac
won.
has won a game. He beat the
They yeah.
Panthers.
They beat the Steelers, and then
Oh, sorry, that was preseason. Whoops. Yeah, they beat the Steelers with Mac,
yeah.
and then
Did Mac Jones play against Green Bay where they lost in overtime?
no, Zappy came in. Remember?
Was that Zappy's first
That was
game?
Zappy's first game because
So
everybody
it
was like,
was
"Whoa, they almost knew like Rogers
right. Yeah.
lost to a third string." Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so that was Zappy's first game. They just barely lost to the Packers in overtime,
Yeah.
which you can say the Packers stink now, but they beat the Lions 29-0,
Killed
shut them out.
killed them.
They killed the Browns 38-15. And now this week they lose the Bears. Like that's I don't know, maybe they just I don't know what happened there.
The Bears actually, did you watch this game?
No.
The Bears actually looked pretty good.
Did they?
They were, I mean, Fields was their leading rusher, and there was a bunch of times there where they were just like running like quarterback
I
powers.
heard. Yeah, I heard he just decided to start running and it
Uh,
worked.
he didn't throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
How many attempts did he have? Let's check. Because he did not have a lot.
Attempts?
Yeah. Because they were just running the ball basically. Yeah, he went
It's 21.
13 to 21.
Yeah, he got sacked 4 times though.
Yeah, they had a lot of field
Yeah.
goals and a lot of turnovers.
He had 82 rushing yards. He had 14 rushes.
He was almost like he was the leading rusher on the team.
Yeah, in yards. Yeah. Yeah, he was. He did better
Yeah.
than David Montgomery. How do you feel about that, Jake?
Montgomery got me points, so I don't care.
Oh, did he?
Shout out Alyssa. Is she there yet?
Yeah.
Shout out to Alyssa because she should have beaten me because she had Swift in her lineup and an empty slot, and I only
Yeah.
won by like 12.
She can't hear you, but I can relay the message.
It's okay. She'll hear the podcast when she listens
Yeah.
to it.
But no, she also like she had the empty slot. She tried to pick up a running back, but then like when she like got it through waivers, like it wouldn't like add
wouldn't
to
let
her
her-
lineup like until after.
Thursday. It
And she
waivers
only
go
lost you
every
by like
Wednesday.
nine points.
Yeah,
So
I had a horrible week,
yeah.
but
She was like, I'm giving up on fantasy. She's like, who do you want? I was like, no, you can't play like that.
Diggs and Allen were on bye this week, so I'm allowed to have a bad week.
Yes, and well, you still won. So
Because I'm gonna get 60 points from them every week between the two of them.
yeah, exactly. Shout out Josh Jacobs. He got me like almost 40, I think. I had a
He
really
had
good week in
3
fantasy.
rushing touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah. I kept getting notification after knowing that Josh Jacobs has scored a TD. What? Josh Jacobs has scored a TD. What? Like, oh, like for like an hour straight.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, what is going on? Like, I wasn't watching the game, but I kept getting updates on my phone.
Yeah, he was
So
getting nothing but yards.
yeah, he got me 36 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need.
36 and a half points. Yeah.
I said this in the last episode, but like I left 23 points on my bench because I benched Eno Benjamin.
Ooh,
Now,
yeah.
I could have benched any one of my other running backs, but like I was playing Montgomery, Zeke,
Yeah.
and someone else. And I didn't really think to play because I thought Arizona's game was going to be terrible.
Yeah. That's fair.
But like
It normally is.
all my guys had like 10 points, in and around 10 points.
Yeah. That's a decent week.
And then Tannehill had 3 because them and the Colts can't play football against each other. I didn't watch this game, but shout out Matt Ryan because he's going to be riding the bench for the rest of the year.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I didn't watch this game either, but holy crap, that's a terrible game. I heard a
Yeah,
certain I heard a certain competitor talk about his Colts today or yesterday,
yeah.
and he did not have nice words to say about them. So
Should have kept Carson Wentz.
not even that. You I don't
No,
know.
because
Because Carson Wentz was out and the Commanders beat the Packers.
yes, they did.
The
One of my
Washington
upsets of the week.
Commanders beat the Green Bay Packers. Jake,
Yes,
what
they
is
did.
going on in the NFL? What is happening in this league?
This is so funny.
It's week 7, dude. What is going on?
I heard I heard somebody on a certain competitor's show. He was saying that when Aaron Rodgers is like super relaxed, that he doesn't really play well. He only plays well when he's pissed off.
Yep.
And because he had all like the money this year, he signed his extension this year.
Yep.
He did his like Zen thing or whatever.
He did his whole ayahuasca hippy dippy experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like more calm now. So like he's not playing as well because he's not like angry. But I think now that they have just been humiliated and they are under 500, I think Aaron Rodgers is I think they're at least going to hit 500 at least, if not better. But they're going to start to play good this like after this incredibly bad loss.
I hope so. Jake, are you trying to say that because Aaron Rodgers does drugs that he's not playing as well?
No, sir, not at all.
Is that you're not telling kids to not do drugs?
Well, no, I would tell kids to not do drugs.
Okay.
Well,
I'm saying that's the narrative we could have run with that. We could have said,
well, he's the
Jake says if you do drugs and do ayahuasca, you will play bad at sports.
You will be bad at sports.
We do not condone the use of drugs. And
I thought
that's what we were going to lead into, but
well, I mean, yeah, sure. You led right into it anyway. So
that was literally your reasoning for why he's playing bad. You're like, well, yeah, he smoked and now he's chilling. I don't. Do you smoke ayahuasca? I don't even know
he's perked up.
How you take that?
He's
perked up too. Did you see the game Joe Burrow had this week?
I was gonna say when I was talking about Diggs and Allen getting 60 points between the two of them, I was gonna jump right into Cincinnati and be like, Burrow and Chase could have that week every single week for the rest of the season.
Yep.
And shout out Zyler, who has both of them in our fantasy league.
Yeah, that's a good duo that you two have. He's got Jamar and Joe, and I've got Diggs and Allen. Yeah, but no, Joe Burrow put up 481 passing yards,
5 touchdowns, right?
Only 3.
Oh, 3.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Jake.
3. Sorry, I forgot 2 of them. I forgot they have.
Yeah, sorry. He also had 1 rushing touchdown. He had 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and then
Joe Mixon plays football. Joe Mixon had the 5th touchdown.
Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd combined went for 285 yards.
Yep. That's wild.
And 3 touchdowns. 8 receptions for each of them.
Yep.
That's nuts. They had a great game against Atlanta. And Atlanta's pretty good too. Like they're not even a bad team this year. Like they're a solid team to beat.
I don't even think Atlanta had a bad game.
They didn't do a lot, but like they didn't play terribly.
Yeah, I don't think they had a bad game at
The
all.
Bengals just stomped on them. They were just shoving it down their throat offensively. It was, yeah, they couldn't really do anything.
Um, Another thing I wanted to get into was I can't believe this actually happened, but the Chiefs took the Niners to Pound Town.
I I'm not shocked by it, if I'm being totally honest with you.
I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked because the Niners are actually really good.
But they like they just got Christian McCaffrey. Like Jimmy G wasn't supposed to be the start. Like they're still trying to figure stuff out, you know, like
They overplayed McCaffrey, I think, this week.
give him like a few weeks. Give him a minute to just figure their stuff out and they'll be good in like a couple of weeks. They'll be fine. I promise you they'll be fine.
44-23 though. They can't even do that to like Baltimore.
The Chiefs could do that to anybody any week.
Mm,
They have. They've done it. They did it to Arizona
they
week
literally did
one.
it to Arizona.
Like Arizona's a good team, dude.
I just didn't expect it against the Niners. That's all.
Um, that's fair, but I think that the Niners need to get it together. But um, what was I gonna say? I just totally lost my train of thought there. But no, sorry. The Chiefs just have so many weapons, but so do the Niners. But the Chiefs know how to use their weapons. The Niners don't yet. That's what I'm trying to get
That's
at. Is
true.
like,
Yeah, that's true.
um,
They're
the
still
Niners still got to they still got to figure everything out. The Chiefs have everything set. Like they have just as a dynamic of an offense as
yeah.
San Fran does, but they just know how to use it.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Thanks.
sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, okay.
Um. Anyways, Sunday Night Football. Tua came back and beat the Steelers,
Yes, he did.
not by a whole lot, but he won, and he didn't get his brains blown out. So good for him.
True.
Big
Although
ups to Tua.
on the second drive, he did try and hit stick somebody.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't know what he was trying to do,
I
but
don't know what he thinks he's doing, but it's not good for his head. It's really not good. I know the sport's not good in general, but that can't be good for your head, man. So Jake, we rented the fights on Saturday. UFC 280. Dude, what a card.
what a card. My parlay almost hit. Almost hit. I was so close.
So he had Sugar Sean, Sterling, and Oliveira for a parlay, and it did not hit.
No, it
But
did not.
just because Islam became the greatest lightweight in the entire world. Um,
He's
who's gonna
crazy.
stop this guy? Genuinely, who's gonna stop him?
What if Oliveira gets a second fight with him and stops him? Then what do
He
we say about
could.
Oliveira?
He could. Oliveira could. He's just gonna get right back to the lab, and
I don't
he's
think
just gonna
Oliveira.
drill and drill and drill.
I do not think that Oliveira was ready for that fight. Like he was like obviously he was ready because he always is, but like I don't think he understood how good of a fighter Makachev really is.
I don't think anyone's ready for Islam. I don't think anyone's ready for him.
Yeah, now
Like, cause it's the same as Khabib. No one was ever ready for Khabib,
true. And no, but
right?
nobody
Like,
ever got a second crack at Khabib. I
yeah,
don't.
exactly. No one's ever got a second crack at Islam. Like maybe like they're just very like strong offenses because it's anything unlike it's
It's so
nothing
unpredictable.
you've ever seen. Yeah. So maybe if these guys start getting rematches, if Oliveira goes in again, goes back to the lab, figures out what he needs to do to beat their hyper offense, maybe they're stoppable, maybe they're beatable.
Do you
Because
think that
as of right now, that's like the strongest MMA system in the world.
Sambo?
Is the
It's nuts.
yeah? Is the whatever? Yeah, is that Sambo? Is that what they do?
Sambo. That's what they practice. Yeah.
That's nuts. Like that's got to be like Yeah, that's nuts. That's got to be like the most like hyper offensive style
I,
in MMA.
yeah, it's so unpredictable.
Yeah. Not even unpredictable, but it's just like it's so like I don't know, it like the grappling is so like dominant. Like you watch guys like when they're grappling and they're wrestling and they're jujitsu, it's like it looks like they're playing chess. But when
Yeah, it's
Islam
control.
or when Khabib gets on you, it's like they're trying to rip your throat out of your neck. That's what it looks like. Like it's a whole different thing. Like it's so
Literally,
hyper hard offense, but they do it so smoothly too. Like I
like
don't get it. I
jujitsu
don't get it.
fighters and wrestlers, like there's always like I've never practiced sambo. I've never done anything like it in my life. Um, but like there's a certain level of like respect between fighters that when you're on the ground, it's like you're going for like submissions, not to brutally kill the other person. But sambo is just a completely different thing. Like
Yep.
you are taught, I'm like, and again, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure you're taught to be as aggressive on the ground, whether you're on the bottom or on top, as you are if you're standing up. And I'm pretty sure that 90% of their drills they're doing with like dummies on the ground and just beating
Huh.
the crap out of them.
Huh.
Because I've seen Khabib do training videos like on top of those dummies, and
Yeah.
he's doing like 1,000 uppercuts with his left, and then 1,000 uppercuts with his right, and then he's throwing like hooks
Hmm.
to the head. He's like
Yeah.
clearing the arm and then throwing hooks. Like these guys practice this stuff like it's like their basics.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
It's strong. Yeah, it's a scary, scary style. But obviously effective.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding, right?
so I want to talk about what you thought about that Sean O'Malley fight 2 days later. So okay, so here's the big controversy is that um Sean O'Malley and Peter Yan were duking it out. Arguably, you could say that Peter Yan won the first 2 rounds. And then in the third round, Sean O'Malley kneed him in the forehead and cut him wide open and just dominated the third round. And so by the time you're getting to the scorecards, you're thinking, okay, it's 2-1 for Yan. And then they say the winner by split decision, Sugar Sean O'Malley. You go, what?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Sugar? I was like, I just watched Jan dominate for 2 rounds. I'm happy for him, and like I can see how some judges would see it some ways because I know like the certain like it's all
I
up to the
think
judge's discretion on what counts as more points. Like if they take like ground control, like some judges base it more off like total damage or like some keep track of like points in their head for like takedowns and strikes and stuff. Like some I get how people could see it as a Sean O'Malley win, but I think a good majority of people thought Peter Yan won that fight.
I did at first. I then realized that like offense isn't like absolutely everything, and like I O'Malley was like you could argue that he was never in trouble for the 2 rounds, even when
You
like Yan
could, yeah.
had him on the ground. I think he was never at a point where he was like, whoa, like O'Malley could be in trouble. But like as soon as Yan's eye got cut wide open, you see that, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
another thing
true.
that people base it on. So
That's
like
true.
Jan could have gone forward for 2 rounds and slaughtered him on strikes landed, but O'Malley was never in a position where we thought he was gonna like die.
That's true. That's
Essentially.
true. When he was on the ground, like I know, didn't Jan have like almost 6 minutes of like ground control time or something like that?
Yeah,
Like he
and
dominated, like even on the ground though, he didn't Like O'Malley was still able to slip out of his holds and stuff. Like it's not like Jan
O'Malley
was
or
dominating him on the ground either.
Jan was in control in
He
quotations.
was. He was winning
Yeah.
the ground, obviously, but he wasn't dominating him on the ground. So um I'm happy for Sean though. I'm a
I
huge
am
Sean
too.
O'Malley fan. I said like if this guy can get a win today, not tonight because it was at 2 p.m. live from Abu Dhabi. If this guy can get a win today, I will hop on the bandwagon
He's good.
because he's legit. He's legit. This was his testing fight. I don't know if he would win in a rematch. I think honestly, now he's got the confidence that he beat Peter Yan on paper. I don't know if he
Yeah.
believes he won the fight, but he's got the confidence now to say that he beat Yan. You think he just needed confidence, maybe? Because as soon as he split him open, O'Malley looked like the regular O'Malley. Like when the fight first started and Yan was fighting and dominating, like O'Malley he didn't look like himself.
No, he did not. It
Like
didn't look.
it's
He
yeah,
looked like a weaker man in the
yeah,
ring.
he did. He did. He needed confidence. As soon as he split his eyebrow open, he was like, "Oh,
Oh, he
all right,
went
here we
nuts.
go." And then just went nuts, right? And then so maybe now that he's seen Sean O'Malley W, Peter Yan L on the official scorecards, I think he'll go, "Okay, all right, maybe I am the best bantamweight in the division. Maybe I will challenge anybody to become the number one ranked bantamweight contender." Maybe he just needed that little, all right, I'm legit, like that little wake up call and go, okay, I did it. I'm legit. I can do this. Like, what if that's all he needed? Because like
Maybe,
fighting's so
yeah.
mental. Like fighting is so mental. Sometimes that's all you need is that confidence flick just to go on and be like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't get is like there's so much more mental that goes into fighting than people realize. Like probably more than any other sport. Like his post fight interview, he said fighting is the craziest sport in the world. He said I had to go somewhere that I've never been before to pull out that win. He's like, honestly, I have to rewatch the fight because I wasn't even really sure what happened. Like that, it's such a mentally draining sport that a lot of
Yeah.
people on the outside don't get.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I mean,
Monologue over. Sorry.
monologue is done and scene.
um, yeah, and then poor TJ Dillashaw got his shoulder dislocated in his fight against Aljamain Sterling.
I still don't think he would have beaten Sterling, but I mean,
Dude, you can't like I don't you never know. Like
you
Sterling
never know.
dominated him because he had one arm. And all these people are okay. Here's another thing that I find funny is another mental thing that casuals see in fighters is like I saw some comments on the fight and it was like oh wow it took Sterling 2 rounds to finish somebody off who had one arm or something like that. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. The first round, he had no idea what was going on. He didn't know if TJ was seriously hurt or he didn't know what was going on. When he was finally informed that, oh yeah, I think his shoulder just dislocated. That's what everyone's saying, that his shoulder dislocated. As soon as he got that information going into the second round, it was different. He went for the
Yeah,
finish. He knew what was
all
going
hell.
on and he took him down.
Yeah.
So and then these guys were like, "Oh yeah, he took 2 rounds to finish off a guy." Like Sterling's legit. It's these people trying to hate on Sterling. He's legit. Sterling is
Yes.
good, man. He's so explosive. Um, he's not the smartest, but he's very explosive and he's got very good technique. And
Yeah.
he's legit.
Who is O'Malley's next fight going to be again?
I don't think they said. I think they haven't announced it yet. I don't know if it'll be the bantamweight title. I really hope it's not though. I don't want him to fight for the
You
title
said
yet.
you said you wanted, like, when you and I were talking about it last, you said that you wanted him to fight someone first and
I
then
wanted him. Yes. Okay. Dana needs to book this fight ASAP. We need Sean O'Malley and Marlon Cheeto Vera to face off.
yes.
Um, That's gonna be a killer fight. I want that fight right now when both these guys are on their come up. Dana needs to book that fight for the next card. That could be your next guy to face Sterling between those two. Because
Yeah.
Jan's off what 3 losses now in a row. I think Jan's got 3 losses in a row. And TJ Dillashaw is gonna be out for a little while. I don't even know who else is in that division, but Marlon Cheeto Vera. Have you seen this guy, Jake? What?
Breaking news. Sorry, quick interruption. The Oklahoma City Thunder stomp on the Los Angeles Clippers, 108-94, and Kawhi Leonard goes out with an injury.
No, dude, no.
It's either that or he got injured before the game, but like he got injured, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh wait, Clippers Kawhi Leonard out next 2 games due to knee stiffness. Oh, Kawhi.
Oh, Kawhi.
You and your load management.
Okay, so I just got the bantamweight division up. So here's the updated ranking in the
Oh, I want
bantamweight
to hear
division.
this. I want to hear
Number 1, Sean O'Malley.
this. What?
Number 2, Jan's number 2. Dillashaw's 5. Corey Sandhagen is 6. And number 4 is Marlon Cheeto Vera. So that could be I want Sean. Okay, I don't want Sean to fight for the title next. I want Sean and Cheeto, and then the winner of that fights Sterling for the belt.
Who's
Dana,
3?
book it.
Who's 3?
I don't know how to pronounce his name. What?
Oh, the Machine.
The Machine. Murab
Bert Kreischer.
Walishvili.
Bert
I don't
Kreischer.
know. That's so bad. I've never even heard of this guy before.
He's the Machine.
Anyways, he's the Machine. Like Mark Hominick?
No, like Bert Kreischer.
Oh, I get it.
I am the Machine.
Shout out.
Should have Bert Kreischer in the show sometime.
Anyways, yeah, what a great card that was. I genuinely enjoyed it. That was probably one of the best cards that I've seen in a while.
Absolutely, it was.
But then UFC 281, we got Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. So that'll be interesting too. Because Alex is the only guy that's ever knocked out Izzy, I think. Ben Simmons. Why are you pointing at Ben Simmons? Is it basketball time?
It's basketball time because I want to talk about how this guy, that guy there,
Ben Simmons?
and the team jersey he's wearing,
Yep.
how terrible they both are.
Do you want to say that Ben Simmons and the Sixers, both separate, both suck?
Both separate, both suck.
Okay. I get what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where is he? Oh, there's Joel Embiid there.
I hate him.
His team is awful. He's playing like garbage. This guy down here, Jimmy Butler, him and the Miami Heat are actually playing really well. Although they did just lose to our Raptors last night.
They did, yeah. Big win for the Raptors. We lost Sunday. We lost them like on the weekend though.
Yeah.
And we got them back. Yeah, we lost them Saturday night. Yeah, but the Heat are 1-3, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are they 1-3?
They're 1-3.
Their only win is against Toronto?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I didn't even know that. Hold on, let me take a look at the standings.
So they lost to Boston, Chicago, and Toronto. And then they also beat Toronto.
Okay, so Miami is odd. Washington being 3-1 is pretty odd.
Let's talk about the undefeated teams for a second. Here's an unodd one. So the Milwaukee Bucks are 2-0, technically still an undefeated team, though most other teams have played like three or four, like more like they've got more wins, right? But they're still
It's two
undefeated.
games. It's two
It's two
games.
games, but you expect it from the Bucks.
Yeah.
The Portland Trailblazers are 4-0, undefeated.
That Lillard's cracked.
Lit Yeah, he's cracked.
He's cracked.
Yeah. There's there's no other way to say it. He's
Him, him.
I thought this team would be hot garbage,
Yeah, I thought so too.
but now it's just it's hot now. No garbage involved.
Lillard, Mitchell, and Curry are all averaging the same points per game right now at 33.3.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're all tied
That's
for
cool.
30. And then there's Ja Morant, who's averaging 35.3
Whoa, really?
on a 3-1 Memphis team. Who did they lose to?
They lost to Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Understandable.
that's a good loss. Luke is good too. Luke is pretty good at basketball as well.
Pelicans beat the Mavericks tonight. They beat them by 2.
Oh, did they? By 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pelicans are 3-1, dude.
Yeah, Zion's looking pretty cool.
Isn't he injured?
Is he? Was he out tonight?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was injured. I'll check.
Yeah, he was out.
Yep, he was out. So was Ingram.
Well, he looked good before that. They still managed to
Okay.
get a win out though. CJ McCollum
Dude,
has stepped up.
every single one of their team, like every single one of their players who stepped on the court got over 10 points except for Jackson Hayes, and he got 0. Listen to this. Listen to this. Valanciunas had 13. Murphy had 22. McCollum had 14. Alvarado had 13. This guy Marshall, Najee Marshall, he had 15. Devonte Graham had 14. Larry Nance had 11. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Something Daniels. Dyson Daniels. I think he's a rookie. Had 11, and then Hayes had 0.
Wow.
But they had 8 guys put up 10 or more points.
Poor Jackson, man.
Poor Jackson. And then
Poor
Luka,
Jackson.
37 points.
Jesus.
He shot 2 of 13 from the 3-point line.
2 of 13.
2 of 13.
Why would he keep trying?
It's Luka
And he
Doncic.
still managed to drop 37.
Yeah.
Luke is like he's got to be the most talented guy in the league.
He took 30 shots. If you put up 30 shots and you're supposed to be that good, you should be putting up 37 points.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
But
But like he's got to
30
be the
shots?
most talented. He's got to be the most talented guy in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
Like no one else is as talented as he can do literally anything for you. He needs help. He needs
Yeah.
help. That's all. I hope Luka gets his ring one day. I think he will. Or he could very easily just be one of those guys that sticks it out with his team and can't ever seem to get it done. I can see
What if
either of
he-
those things happening.
What if he has like the exact same career path as what Dirk had?
I could see it.
What if he makes a finals in like, I don't know, 2-3 years, and say he loses, right? And then he stays with Dallas for like, 10, no, like 5, 6 more years. And then you win a title. I think that's something that could happen.
I think he'll have like an Allen Iverson type career. I don't think he'll stay with Dallas forever. I also think he won't. He won't. He'll never get it done, but he'll be very very close to getting it done.
Mark Cuban has a way of convincing people to do things. He might be able to keep him in Dallas.
Probably. Yeah, you never know though. But Anyways, the Lakers also stink.
Dude,
Um,
they're 32nd in 3 points made. Or no, 30th. Sorry, 30th. Whatever dead last is in the NBA. I always forget how
they're
many.
you they've
30.
never been a good 3-point team though.
No, and LeBron needs shooters around him because
No, yeah,
he's a guy who can threaten to go to the rim. Then you have to double team him, and then he'll just kick it to somebody who normally hits a three.
yeah,
That's why Kyrie worked so well for him. That's why Kevin
yeah.
Love worked so well for him. Like
That's true. This is true. He doesn't have that.
the guys he's playing
Um,
with right now suck.
yeah, the guys he do have are bad. You know who's actually been looking pretty good? Lonnie Walker has been looking pretty good.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, he's been impressing me.
They're still 0-3, but
Yeah, I mean they're still on 3, but still they've got potential. It's weird saying that about a LeBron team. Oh, that's weird saying that about a LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook team. They have
hands
potential.
up if you're not surprised.
They have potential to be good, but
Hands up
they
if you're not
suck.
surprised.
I am surprised.
You're surprised they're 0-3 to start the year?
Well, no, I'm surprised that that big three has done so terribly.
I'm not.
I am,
I really am not.
dude.
I'm not. I'm not kidding you.
Like Russ didn't play bad in Washington before he joined LA.
No, he didn't.
Russ and Bradley had like a they almost made the play. They made the play in. I think they just barely made the playoffs, didn't they? Something like didn't they
Yeah.
get the AC that year
I think they got the
in
eight
the
seed that year.
playoffs? Like they made the playoffs
Yeah.
that year. And now and then he goes to LA. Like he was good going into that first season. He was good. AD and LeBron were just coming off a year of injury, and we thought they'd be ready to go. And then they just stunk last year, and now they're stinking again. I'm not surprised they stink this year. I'm just surprised that as a trio they stink. That's all I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. But gosh, do they stink.
They do stink. Let's just finish up here. I think we're almost done now. We can talk about the Thursday night game though, coming up in a couple of nights. Jake, this is your big game of the week. Ravens Bucks Thursday night football. Are they in Baltimore?
Let's check. I don't remember. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure it's in Tampa. Yeah, it's in Tampa.
It is in Tampa. That does not
Ravens,
matter though.
Ravens minus 1.5.
It's not like Giselle's going to be there watching anyways.
Lamar Jackson is gonna have a great game, and the Bucks are gonna continue to struggle. And instead of Carolina beating them by 18, we're gonna beat them by 40 on Thursday Night Football.
So you got the Ravens winning?
I I haven't bet against them yet this year.
Fair enough. Why start now?
Why?
I'm gonna take the Bucks just to spite you. We're not putting money on this one. I've lost way too much money to you over the last 2 weeks.
Lost a red in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Want to make it a blue and a green?
No, we're not betting anything on this game, Jake. I'm done losing money to you for a while. Okay. Just give me
Okay,
give me my tolerance break.
How about this? Okay. Whoever, like, if the Ravens win, you have to apologize on our next episode for doubting my Ravens.
Okay.
And if the Bucks win, I will apologize to you for making you watch a terrible game of football.
Yeah, it will suck if the Bucks win.
It will be an
Like
awful.
it'll be a bad game. Yeah. Okay, fair.
I will apologize to you for not picking, or like for picking the Bucks.
Sure. We'll give public apologies next week to whoever loses. All right. Beautiful.
Huzzah.
Okay.
Peace out.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging with me, Jake.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.